So, good morning everyone, and this is the unit 1, and today some students are requesting to repeat the topics from the unit 1, that is induction and its general characteristics. So, today we are going to discuss the topics is induction and its general characteristics. So, try to understand that what is induction and what are the general characteristics of induction. And the second topics, that is some students are requesting to repeat the topics, that is the method of induction or the inductive procedure and its different stages. So, now what is induction? So, already we have discussed in the previous lecture and previous video lecture, and also we have studied in the first year course also that what is induction. So, again I am repeating this, then what is induction? So, induction is the process of inferring a general or universal proposition on the basis of particular facts of experience. Again, I am saying that induction is the process of inferring a general or universal proposition on the basis of particular facts of experience. So, now for example, Ram is mortal, then Sham is mortal, then Jadu is mortal, then Hori is mortal. Therefore, all men are mortal. So, this is the particular facts of experience, and this is general proposition, that means conclusion. So, induction is the process of inferring a general proposition, or universal proposition on the basis of particular facts of experience. That means on the basis of these propositions, on the basis of these experience, that means experience is Ram is mortal, this is a one experience, then Sam is mortal is one experience, then Jadu is mortal is also one experience, and Hori is mortal is also experience. So, on the basis of these experiences, we can conclude that all men are mortal. That is the inferring procedure, that on the basis of particular facts of experience we can infer that all men are mortal. So, induction is the process of inferring a general or universal proposition on the basis of particular facts of experience. So, I think it is clear. For example, this Ram is mortal, Sham is mortal, Jadu is mortal, Hari is mortal, and therefore all men are mortal. So, this is the induction. So, induction on the basis of this, that is our experience, already we have experienced that Ram is mortal because Ram is a man. Sham is mortal is because Sham is a man. Therefore, Jadu is mortal there because Jadu is a man. The Hari is mortal, therefore Hari is a man. Therefore, we can conclude on the basis of these particular facts of experiences, all men are mortal. This is the general proposition or universal proposition. So, we can conclude that all men are mortal. This process, this inferring process is called induction. So, now here it is experienced that Ram, Sham, Jadu, Hori died. on the basis of the experience, a general proposition, all men are mortal. Thus, in induction we pass from, in induction, one thing keep in mind that in induction we pass from particular facts of experience to a general proposition or universal proposition. Particular facts of experience to general proposition or universal proposition. We pass from some to all. Some to all. This process is called induction. Clear? So now, what are the characteristics of induction? What are the characteristics of induction? Characteristics of induction. So, if we analyze the nature of induction, we get some characteristics. So, there are three characteristics in induction, or if we analyze the nature of induction, we get three characteristics. So, first, number one, three characteristics. The number one, the aim of induction is to establish a general proposition. The aim of induction is to establish a general proposition. So, its conclusion must be always more general than the premises. The first characteristics, the aim of induction is to establish a general real proposition. So, its conclusion must be more general than the premises. More general, that means sum to all. So, here, whereas the conclusion of deduction can never be the more general than the premises. In deduction, conclusion never more general than the premises. But in induction, the conclusion is more general than the premises. That means sum to all. Sum to all. This process and establishment of general real proposition is the first characteristics. So, general propositions or general real proposition is to establish a general real proposition. This is the first characteristics of induction. The second characteristics of induction is, in induction, the premises are collected by observation. The premises, in induction, the premises are collected by observation. That means, this is the observation of facts. Observation of facts or the particular facts of experience. This is the observation of facts by our own experiences and not accepted as true as we do in deduction. Jeta deduction, those who there are some reasons, that is in deduction we have to prove that this is true, but in induction by our own experiences, but not accepted as the true as we have in deduction. So, in induction the premises are collected by the observation. This is the second characteristics of induction. And the third characteristics of induction is, the conclusion of induction must be formally as well as materially true. The conclusion of induction must be formally as well as materially true. That means it is formally true and also materially must be true. So, in induction, or the third characteristics of induction is, the conclusion of induction must be formally as well as materially true. So these are the three characteristics of induction. So I think it is clear. So now the second topic, that is the method of inductive procedure and its different stages. And its stages. The first, before going to start the topics, that is the method of inductive procedure or the method of induction. First of all, what is the method of induction? So the method or the procedure by following which induction establishes a general law or general real proposition on the basis of observation of particular instances or particular facts is called the inductive method or the method of inductive procedure. So again I am repeating that the method or the procedure by following which induction establishes a general or general real proposition on the basis of observation of particular facts or particular instances is called the inductive method or the inductive procedure. So induction has to follow a certain well defined method or procedure which includes the four following stages. So first, observation. Then formation of hypothesis, then number third, that is generalization, and number four, that is verification. So these are the 3 points or these are the 4 stages which includes the well defined method of induction or the procedure of induction. So one by one we will discuss. So first point is observation. So now what is observation? Is observation, that is in logic or in this chapter, observation is regulated perception of facts with a definite purpose. So again I am repeating, observation is regulated perception of facts with a definite purpose. Here, so before observation, there must be clear idea or clear cut idea in our mind regarding the event or a natural event or a phenomenon, so which is to be explained. So that means first of all we should define the event or phenomenon. So secondly, nature is very much complex. So here one event is mixed up with many other events. So that complex event is to be analyzed into different parts or into different factors to ascertain which factors are essential and which is accidental, but which are invariable and which are variable. So here we may get the third part, that is when analysis reveals that certain factors are essential and others are accidental, then we should eliminate those accidental factors and concentrate our attention to essential factors only. In this way, by defining the event or by defining the phenomenon, analyzing into different factors and eliminating all the irrelevant factors to observe the event in question. So, under different varying circumstances, so observation is the first stage of induction, because observation is regulated perception of facts with a definite purpose. That means before observation there must be a clear-cut idea regarding the event or phenomenon which is to be explained. So that means first of all we should define the event or define the particular event. So for this reason, observation is the first step or first stage of inductive procedure. So now the second, that is formation of hypothesis. Formation of hypothesis, that means this is the second stage of inductive procedure, and a hypothesis is a provisional supposition. Generally, a hypothesis is a provisional supposition. So, minute observation suggests several explanation of the events under investigation. So, out of these, one is selected which seems to be most problems or most probable one. So, then we are to concentrate our attention to that only for further investigation. So, this is called the formation of hypothesis. So, here according to a famous logician, that is Whewell, the formation of hypothesis is the most important stages of the inductive procedure. Then number third, generalization. So, this is the third inductive procedure, that is generalization. So, generalization means inference of a general proposition on the basis of observation of particular instances. So, generalization means inference of a general proposition on the basis of observation of particular experience or particular instances. Here, when we find the selected hypothesis explains the event under investigation, in some cases we find or we infer that it will be explained all other similar ones. That means on the basis of observation of particular instances or particular cases, we infer in a general proposition. So, this is the third stage of inductive procedure. Here, one thing keep in mind that according to Mill, the stages of generalization is the most important stage, as induction is the establishment of general proposition. So, in his opinion, it is the final stage. That means according to Mill, there are three stages of inductive procedure. That means generalization is the last stage of inductive procedure. But according to Gibbons or Fowler's, that is another logician named Fowler, Gibbons do not agree with this view, that according to Gibbons, according to Fowler, there are four stages of inductive procedure. That means another stage, that is verification, is the last stage according to Gibbons or according to Fowler. So, now what is verification? So, verification means, generally verification means examining examining something. So, examining whether the general proposition which is established, examining something or whether the general proposition is established, which is established, is really true or not by appealing to that or to the facts. So here verification is of two kinds. One is direct verification, another is indirect verification. So direct verification is that in which we directly compare with the general proposition with actual facts. Indirect verification is that which we deduce certain conclusions from the general proposition and then compare those with actual facts. If the conclusion agree with actual facts, the general proposition is said to be verified, and if not, then it must be rejected. So according to Gibbons, verification is the most important stages of inductive procedure. If all the above mentioned stages are followed strictly, the general proposition can be established with all certainty. So according to Gibbons and according to Fowler, that is, and others also, there are verification is the most important stage and the last stage of inductive procedure. But according to Mill, generalization is the last stages of inductive procedure. But Gibbons and Fowler do not agree with this view, that is Mill's view. So Fowler and Gibbons added one more stage, that is verification is the last stage of inductive procedure. So thank you everyone.